Every Trike owner thinks they bought control, but most are losing it one habit at a time. I'm exposing 21 rider secrets that dealerships never mention, from the $0 upgrade hiding in your tires to the mistake that wrecks your knees. Each one costs riders real money, safety, and confidence every day. Watch till the end, because the #1 secret builds the kind of control no mechanic can sell you. Number 21. Tire pressure, equal to free performance. Something so small it fits under your palm could decide whether your next ride is pure control or pure chaos. Riders spend thousands chasing upgrades, new tires, fancy exhausts, suspension kits. But the most overlooked performance mod costs nothing. It's hiding in plain sight, the air inside your tires. Every single pound of pressure inside those 3 circles of rubber controls your Trike's balance, cornering, and even its fuel bill. 1 or 2 pounds too low and you're burning money, shaving tire life and flirting with a dangerous wobble. 2 pounds too high and you lose grip, bounce over bumps, and chew through tread like sandpaper on asphalt. Think this sounds dramatic? Picture cruising at 65 miles per hour, feeling confident, until a simple misread gauge turns your Trike into a sluggish, swaying tank. That's how fast physics punishes neglect. This isn't theory. It's the silent secret every veteran rider learns after one expensive scare. Check tire pressure before every ride. A digital gauge gives free power, safety, and confidence. Control starts where air meets asphalt. And speaking of balance and control, what happens when it's not your tires, but your own feet, losing grip on the ride? The next secret steps right into that. Number 20. Boots beat fatigue. Here's a truth that catches riders off guard. More accidents, slips, and early fatigue come from bad footwear than from bad weather. Every year, thousands of riders gear up with helmets, gloves, and jackets worth hundreds, yet trust their safety to sneakers that melt at the first brush of a hot exhaust. It sounds harmless, until your legs go numb halfway through a ride, or your sole slides across an oily fuel stop. That's not a style issue. That's a control issue, a comfort issue, and sometimes a hospital bill waiting to happen. If fatigue hits early, blame bad boots. Quality riding boots absorb vibration, steady joints, and double endurance every single mile. So before spending another dime on chrome or horsepower, invest in the gear that keeps your body working like a machine. Because control starts from the ground up. And in the next secret, we'll park that truth somewhere most riders never think twice about. Number 19. Park like you mean it. Here's the unspoken chaos that no one warns new Trike owners about. Every year, thousands of 3-wheelers end up scratched, dented, or toppled, not from riding, but from bad parking decisions. That's right. Most of the damage your machine suffers doesn't come at 60 miles per hour. It happens when it's standing still. Parking a Trike is not the same as slipping a 2-wheeler between cars. 3 wheels mean more bulk, more attention, and less forgiveness. Every careless angle or tight space risks bruised paint, bent mirrors, and neighbors who hate your rig. Scratched fenders and tight exits sting. Smart parking, wide lanes, curbs, clear exits protects pride, paint, and control before the ride begins. And when control begins in the parking lot, it continues on the road, straight into the next secret that saves you real money where it matters most. Number 18. Insurance is negotiable. Here's a secret that most Trike riders never hear until it's too late. Insurance companies are not loyal to you. They are loyal to their profit margins. Every single year, riders lose millions of dollars paying bloated premiums simply because they never questioned the first quote they received. The fine print is built to confuse, and the system rewards silence. The truth? Insurance is not fixed. It's a battlefield of negotiation. Companies play by algorithms, and if you don't fight back, they quietly win. Insurance mislabels cost riders hundreds yearly. Ask questions, compare quotes. Don't buy protection blindly. Negotiate fairness and keep money yours. So, before signing that renewal, make 3 calls. Compare quotes, demand loyalty discounts, and read every exclusion like your money depends on it, because it does. That single hour of effort can save enough for new tires, better gear, or your next weekend trip. And speaking of saving big, the next secret reveals a button that protects both your knees and your pride, one every rider wishes they discovered sooner. Before we hit the next secret, check the description. My go-to gear and accessories are linked there. Get set up, then keep riding. Number 17. Reverse gear saves knees. Here's the part that most riders never talk about because it sounds too simple to matter. But simplicity is deceptive. Every single year, thousands of Trike owners end up with strained backs, twisted knees, and torn pride from one ridiculous moment, trying to shove a half-ton machine backward by hand. It's not a lack of strength, it's physics stacked against you. When you're pushing over 1,000 pounds of metal, luggage, and gear on an incline, your legs become the weakest link. One slip, one wrong push, and that stable Trike turns into an anchor that drags you down. Struggling to back up your Trike isn't strength, it's strain. Reverse gear saves knees, backs, and confidence with one effortless move. Because real riders don't prove strength, they prove smart control. And once you taste that effortless backup power, you'll never want to go without it. But as smooth as reversing feels, stopping safely takes even more mastery. And the next secret proves why your brake pads are aging faster than you think. Number 16. Comfort beats horsepower. Here's a harsh reality few riders ever admit. Raw power means nothing if your body gives out before the tank does. Every single year, thousands of Trike owners chase bigger engines, louder exhausts, and higher torque numbers, only to end every long ride in pain, not pride. It's the quiet truth buried under all that chrome. Comfort outperforms horsepower every single mile. A sore back, burning shoulders, or numb legs will steal your control faster than any mechanical failure. You can have 1,000 cubic centimeters of power under you, but if your seat feels like concrete after 50 miles, that engine might as well be idle. If fatigue ends rides early, upgrade comfort. The right seat and bars double range, boost focus, and keep control. So before spending another dime chasing horsepower numbers, invest in what truly keeps you moving. The fit between you and the machine. Because mastering comfort unlocks stamina, and stamina wins every long road. And speaking of balance and endurance, the next secret is all about cutting the wind that steals both from you. Number 15. Windshield. Height, not hype. Here's the hidden performance killer that no one warns you about. Your windshield might be robbing you blind. Every single day, Trike riders burn through extra fuel, lose acceleration, and blame the engine when the real thief is bolted right in front of them. That tall, shiny shield that promised comfort and luxury, it's quietly taxing your horsepower like a permanent headwind. Most riders never question it until their Trike starts feeling sluggish on the open highway, straining harder at 60 or 70 miles per hour. It's not your motor, it's physics, and you're losing. A too tall windshield kills speed, too short kills comfort. Find perfect height. Smooth airflow boosts mileage, power, and pure riding joy. So before spending another dime on performance parts, measure what's already stealing speed from you. Because aerodynamics don't lie. They either fight you or free you. And once the wind's on your side, you're ready for the next secret. How proper packing can make your heavy Trike feel 100 pounds lighter. Number 14. Pack like a pilot. Here's a hidden danger that drains control from your Trike before the wheels even turn. Bad packing. Every single year, countless riders load their machines like moving trucks, stacking gear high, uneven, and off-center, and then wonder why the ride feels twitchy, sluggish, or downright unstable. The truth is brutal. One crooked cooler or unbalanced saddlebag can throw off your steering, stretch your stopping distance, and turn smooth corners into wrestling matches with gravity. You wouldn't load an airplane without checking balance and weight, right? Then why gamble with the same physics on 3 wheels? If your Trike sways or feels tail-heavy, blame packing. Keep weight low, balanced, and centered. Proper load distribution transforms sketchy handling into smooth, controlled riding. Looks mean nothing without stability and safety. Number 13. Oversteer lives in your wrists. Here's a riding truth that's quietly caught more trike owners off guard than flat tires or bad weather. Oversteer isn't built into the machine, it's born in your hands. Every single day, thousands of riders wrestle their handlebars, thinking the trike is unstable when the real problem starts at their wrists. On 3 wheels, there's no lean angle to save you, no balance correction from your body weight. It's all precision steering. And when your grip gets tense or your input gets heavy, the trike reacts instantly, jerking side to side like it's alive. The chaos you feel? That's not bad engineering. It's bad communication between you and the machine. If your trike feels twitchy or exhausting, your wrists are to blame. Relax. Use gentle push-pull steering. Keep shoulders loose. Finesse, not force. Transforms tense turns into effortless rhythm and control. Master that rhythm, and your trike glides through turns like it's reading your thoughts. Oversteer disappears, confidence skyrockets, and riding becomes effortless again. Because when your hands find harmony, the whole machine follows. And speaking of harmony, what happens when you treat your trike less like a bike and more like a car? The next secret changes everything. Number 12. Drive it like a small car. Here's the truth that bruises a lot of egos. Most trike riders struggle not because their machine is flawed, but because they're treating it like a motorcycle. Every single day, riders wrestle with heavy steering, jerky corners, and sore arms, thinking the trike is fighting them. It's not. It's just obeying physics. A trike doesn't lean. It doesn't counter-steer. It reacts like a small car, and if you try to ride it like a two-wheeler, it punishes you for it. That's not betrayal from the machine. That's the universe reminding you to adapt. If steering feels stiff or awkward, relax your grip. Guide with your torso, not muscle. Smooth control turns chaos into flow. Once you embrace that shift, everything changes. Your confidence climbs, your fatigue drops, and suddenly, 3 wheels start feeling like freedom, not a fight. Accept the new rhythm, and your trike rewards you tenfold. Because the moment you drive it like a car, it finally rides like a dream. And once you've mastered control, the next secret brings comfort into the spotlight, because endurance beats speed every single time. Number 11. The front tire is your lifeline. Here's the shocking truth that blindsides most trike owners. 90% of their steering control, braking feel, and ride confidence depends on one single piece of rubber. One tire, one contact patch, one silent lifeline between you and disaster. Every single mile you ride, that front tire carries the stress of every correction, every lean of your body, every gust of wind, and every pothole you failed to dodge. Yet it's the part most riders ignore the longest. You'll see spotless chrome, new exhausts, and shiny helmets. But that front tire? Bald, cracked, or underinflated. That's not just neglect, it's gambling with control. A wobble or shake isn't random, it's warning. Check pressure and wear now, or you're gambling your safety on luck. So before your next ride, don't glance, inspect. Check pressure, check tread, check symmetry. That small habit separates cautious riders from crash statistics. Because power means nothing if your lifeline fails. And once your front end is dialed in, the next secret reveals what's quietly grinding down behind you, your brakes. You've seen what most riders never will. Subscribe now and join thousands learning to ride smarter, safer, and stronger. Every new secret could be the one that saves you. Number 10. Brakes wear faster than you think. Here's a number that should stop you in your tracks. 3 out of every 5 trike riders are riding on worn brake pads without realizing it. That's not rumor, that's reality from repair shops nationwide. Every pull of that lever and every press of that pedal slowly eats away at the one system that decides whether your ride ends safely or in sirens. And here's the cruel twist. Your trike's extra weight and 3-contact footprint double the workload on those pads and rotors. You're not just stopping a motorcycle, you're halting a half-ton machine built for power, not forgiveness. Soft, squealing brakes aren't noise. They're warning. Ignore them, and every stop burns cash, metal, and your trike's stopping power. The smart riders inspect before regret. Check your pads monthly, flush your fluid on schedule, and replace before failure, not after. Because your trike's power means nothing if you can't stop it. And once you've mastered control in motion, the next secret reveals how your suspension, not your speed, decides whether your ride feels brutal or brilliant. Number 9. Control and comfort. Here's the overlooked secret that separates effortless riders from exhausted ones. Your suspension isn't there to make things soft, it's there to keep you alive. Every single year, thousands of trike riders blame bad roads, old tires, or weak steering for harsh rides when the truth is buried in their shocks and springs. Factory setups are built for budgets, not for bodies. That means your suspension could already be working against you, shaking your spine, skipping tires across rough pavement, and silently killing control one bump at a time. If every bump hits hard, your suspension's failing. Tune it right, and comfort becomes control, turning rough rides into smooth confidence. The difference between a nervous ride and a confident one can be as small as a single preload adjustment or new set of shocks. Because comfort isn't a bonus, it's a performance upgrade in disguise. Once you feel that glide instead of a grind, you'll never go back. And speaking of fighting forces, the next secret shows how to conquer the one you can't even see. Crosswinds that can drain every ounce of your energy. Number 8. Crosswinds. Here's the invisible enemy that has humbled even the most confident trike riders. Crosswinds. Every single year, riders underestimate the force of wind, only to find themselves wrestling handlebars, tensing shoulders, and fighting fatigue miles before the destination. What looks harmless, a steady breeze, can shove your three-wheeler sideways with the weight of a small car. And here's the worst part. The harder you fight it, the worse it gets. The secret that veteran riders know? You don't conquer the wind, you flow with it. When crosswinds hit, don't fight, flow. Loosen up, stay calm, and your trike glides steady while panic riders lose control. So the next time the highway turns into a wind tunnel, remember, tension burns energy, but calm wins endurance. Master the art of flex, and you'll glide where others grind. Because once you learn to ride with the wind, not against it, you're ready for the next invisible thief, drag, the silent killer stealing your power and fuel without you ever noticing. Number 7. Aerodynamics is a silent thief. There's a hidden force robbing your trike of power, speed, and fuel every single mile. And it's not your engine, it's the air itself. Riders lose hundreds of dollars a year in wasted fuel and performance without realizing that their own setup is to blame. Every tall windshield, bulky fairing, and overloaded rear bag turns your ride into a parachute on wheels. The wind doesn't just push against you, it taxes your machine like an invisible toll. The faster you go, the more it steals, and the bill hits your wallet at every pump. If your trike feels sluggish or burns fuel fast, blame drag. Streamline airflow, reduce resistance, and your ride wakes up. Air may be invisible, but its cost isn't. Streamline your setup and claim back what the wind's been stealing, because once you stop fighting the air, you start winning the road. And speaking of reclaiming control, the next secret dives into the fine print that decides how much of your hard-earned cash you actually keep, your warranty. Number 6. Warranty. Here's the secret that separates cautious riders from confident ones. Warranties aren't scams, they're survival tools disguised as paperwork. Every single year, trike owners shrug off extended coverage thinking it's just another upsell. But when that transmission seizes or an electrical module fails after the factory cutoff, the repair bill doesn't just sting, it devastates. We're talking 4-figure hits, sometimes 5, all for something that could have been covered for free. The dealerships won't warn you because breakdowns are their jackpot. But smart riders know, a well-chosen warranty flips the odds back in your favor. That dead starter click isn't fear, it's cost. A warranty turns panic into protection, saving you from surprise debt and stress. Read the fine print. cover electronics, suspension, and drivetrain, and keep every receipt. Because boring paperwork today could save you thousands tomorrow. And once your wallet's protected, the next secret teaches how to protect your Trike's value. Because resale isn't luck, it's strategy. Number 5. Resale rewards, record keepers. Here's the financial gut punch most Trike owners never see coming. Your dream machine can lose thousands in value the moment you try to sell it. Every single year, used Trike listings flood the market, and the gap between asking price and selling price is brutal. 2 Trikes, same model, same mileage, but one has clean maintenance records and the other doesn't. Guess which one sells in a week and which one sits for months? The secret isn't luck, it's proof. Buyers don't trust words, they trust paper trails. Hearing "I'll think about it" isn't hesitation, it's doubt. Detailed records turn suspicion into trust and raise your Trike's value. Your Trike's story sells it. Keep that story clean, and you control the negotiation. Because resale isn't about depreciation, it's about documentation. The rider who treats maintenance like an investment always walks away with more cash in hand. And once your value's locked in, the next secret tackles a killer that threatens that value from the inside out: heat. Number 4. Heat is the hidden enemy. Here's the silent destroyer that kills more Trikes than crashes or corrosion: heat. Every single year, thousands of engines lose life, wiring burns out, and riders blame bad luck when the real assassin is temperature. You can't see it, you can't hear it, but it's working against you every mile you ride. That roaring engine trapped between wide rear fenders isn't just powering your journey, it's cooking everything around it. Oil breaks down, rubber hardens, and your fuel efficiency quietly dies long before you notice. If your Trike feels sluggish or smells of oil, it's not summer, it's heat damage. Prevention is simple, failure isn't. Upgrade your coolant, switch to synthetic oil, and never idle longer than you need. Protect your engine and it will reward you for years. Ignore it and it'll burn your wallet long before it burns itself out. Because the only thing hotter than the road should be your passion for riding. And once you've cooled your engine's fury, the next secret reveals a far more frustrating reality: traffic, where 3 wheels change the rules entirely. Number 3. No lane splitting, new strategy. Millions of wasted minutes are piling up for 3-wheel riders, stolen by one brutal truth: lane splitting vanishes the second you add that extra wheel. The shortcut is gone. The glide between bumpers is over. Traffic stops being a puzzle and becomes a penalty. That is the scandal no brochure shouts. Owning 3 wheels changes everything. You pay in fuel, time, and patience. It's no longer about bravery, but strategy. Stick with me, because in the next moments you will steal back control without breaking laws or picking fights with bumpers. You will learn when to launch early, how to stage for clean exits, where wide lanes hide, and why calm riders arrive sooner than angry ones. By the end of this entry, you will have a new city playbook that trades stress for certainty. Stay, because the final move in this section proves you can engineer patience and still win the clock. And if traffic can say "not today," wait until a service desk says "not at all." Up next, the shop reality check. Why not every mechanic says yes, and how to lock in one who will. Number 2. Not every mechanic says yes. Here's the cold truth most Trike riders discover too late. Your local shop might smile at your business until they see your 3 wheels roll in. Every single week, mechanics across the country quietly turn away Trike owners. Not because they dislike them, but because their lifts, tools, and training just aren't built for your machine. The betrayal feels personal. You're loyal, you're paying, and yet your call for help gets met with hesitation or silence. That's not a rumor. It's the reality of a niche that most garages still don't understand. Hearing, "We don't work on those," hurts. You bought freedom, not rejection. Few mechanics handle Trikes, and skilled ones cost more. So smart riders prepare early. Find Trike-trained techs before you need them, ask about lift width, and carry a small road kit for emergencies. Because when breakdowns happen, knowing who says yes can save your ride, your wallet, and your weekend. And when your maintenance is covered, the final secret proves where true confidence really comes from: the miles you've already earned. Number 1. Confidence takes miles. Here's the hardest truth in all of riding: no one buys confidence. You can't download it, borrow it, or fake it behind a loud exhaust. Every single year, new Trike owners hit the road with fresh paint, shiny helmets, and zero real experience, believing confidence comes from horsepower. It doesn't. It comes from miles, from mistakes, from the quiet repetition that slowly rewires fear into instinct. Every rider you admire, the smooth cornering, the perfect control, they earned it the long way, one stretch of asphalt at a time. If your Trike feels unpredictable, don't panic. Every mile teaches trust. One day, it clicks, and machine and rider move together. So keep riding through the awkward starts, the wobbly turns, the nervous braking. Confidence doesn't arrive, it's built. And when you've earned it, every road ahead transforms from fear to freedom. Ride long, ride steady, and let the miles carve mastery into your soul. Every mile teaches something new, but not every rider listens. You've just unlocked 21 secrets most Trike owners never discover until it's too late. Now it's your edge. Use it. Keep riding smarter, checking deeper, and questioning what others take for granted. Because on 3 wheels, knowledge isn't optional, it's armor. Hit subscribe, share this with your riding crew, and drop your favorite lesson below. Together, we'll keep exposing the truths that turn everyday riders into experts. Stay alert, stay sharp, and keep your freedom balanced on every curve. Ride safe, ride strong, and I'll see you on the next road.